you have the first 7.
First 7, thank you.
It must be one good question involved. Otherwise, after the first bad one, I know. Nervous. No, he's nervous.
Jurgen, let's start with that Champions League.
Sorry, that happened here, not there. It's good, all good, yeah.
Try again.
Yeah.
Champions League draw yesterday. So how did you feel about that? And of course, your star defender being named Europeans' best player.
Yeah, and best goalie. And we have as well the best goalie, and we have number 4 in the list of the best players. It was Ali as well, number 5, number 6. So it was just the last, maybe, moment where the boys got the credit and the benefit of what they did last year. So I think it's well deserved. I think Virgil is in a moment for sure the world's best defender. I don't want to put a big backpack on his shoulders, but I spoke about that he has space for improvements still, which is best news actually. But anyway, he's a really world-class centre half. And the season was in the Premier League, the Champions League season was like this. He was the outstanding player in it, and so he won it really well deserved. And for Ali the same. I'm really happy. It was a big day for the two boys and for LFC as well, because they said it and they know it and we know it. Without the other boys, they couldn't have done it. So really nice.
And when Alisson went up to pick his award, he didn't seem to be limping too badly. So I'm just wondering how his progression is going and how happy you've been with Adrian as well, because he's made some important saves despite the fact that the focus has been maybe elsewhere.
No, but yeah, he made of course steps, but it was a proper injury. So that will still take time. So it's not, and how always with professional sportsmen, when you have a muscle thing and it takes long, then it takes as well a while until you can bring the muscle at least in the same on the same level than it was before. And the calf muscle is pretty important for jumping, and the goalie who quite important that he can jump from time to time. So it will take time, but thank God, and hopefully it stays like this. We have a fit Adrian in the backhand, if you want, now in charge. So which is good. So far, I'm really happy with everything I saw. So he's a good guy, which is important as well. But most important, of course, is that he can catch balls, and it's good as well. The solution we found for it is really good, but anyway, of course, it would be better if Ali could be around, but that will take still some time.
What about Burnley this weekend? Obviously, last season's game at Turf Moor resulted in an unfortunate injury to Joe Gomez. He's fit now. Joel Matip has played quite a lot alongside Virgil van Dijk. So how do you prepare for this game, and what is the selection process that goes through your mind defensively?
We need them all. We need them all 100%, and that's the first part, very first part of the season, the first 4 weeks roundabout, or at least 4 Premier League games, and we had a busier schedule than other teams, but still not that busy during the week, so that all will come up afterwards. So no reason for resting players in a moment. So, and it's about finding rhythm, finding the mood again, like that we do the right things in the right moment and stuff like. So it's not a moment for a lot of changes, but after that, this international break, that will change, of course, completely. But in a moment, defensive setup, whatever, how always, it's about who is in the best shape. And we had a full week to train, and when the boys show me that we won the last game, and when they show me then that they are still in their best possible shape, yeah, then they will only think about a couple of really small changes. But of course, they are all around, and that's good. And but no decision is made for forever in football. And we make always decisions for one match, and then the next is waiting. Usually this time, They all go all around the world, but after that, we need them all, and they know that, and that's why the mood in the dressing room is pretty good.
And just finally, for me, when you go to a place like Turf Moor, which is an old-fashioned stadium, and the crowd are on top of you, do you relish these challenges?
Yeah, of course, it's great. It's great. Turf Moor is really a tough place to go. We had there pretty much all weather circumstances. I think my very first game we were there, it was one of the hottest days in England I ever experienced. Then we had wind, rain, everything. So it was in all the games. It was difficult. It was always difficult. I think once we played there the 1st of January. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, when Rocky scored in the last. That's how a year should start. No, tough place. And they do an incredible job, to be honest. That's how it is. I think probably everybody will write about it, that we were not, didn't look like Sean Dyche and I, that we are best friends after the last game. It was an intense game. Joe Gomez got injured. We had a couple of discussions, but we just both coaching staffs and myself and Sean as well are proper competitors. So we don't hide our emotions, obviously, and that can happen. But it was always, from my point of view, I think it was always completely respectful. So because I respect them, I respect Sean a lot, what he's doing there to keep a team like Burnley really always on that level of motivation, determination, and desire and all that stuff. That's so difficult, and they're doing that. And 2 years ago, they qualified for the European League, which is a challenge for a club like Burnley then. Had to play all the qualifiers, so the season started not that well. Otherwise, they would have been safe early February in the league. I'm 100% sure. So that only shows how good the job is they do there, and that makes life not really easy when you go there. The way they play is pretty clear. They don't change it a lot, but they do it that good that everybody struggles who goes there. Can't remember any team who won there high. It's really rare. So City won last year with a pretty tight decision. Won the game. Of course, they had most of the time the ball, but that is in football all about putting the ball in the net and not having it. And so, yeah, that's what we are prepared for. It's not planning a holiday when you go to Burnley. It's really planning the hardest work you can imagine, and that's what we try to be ready for.
Juliet?
Jurgen, can I ask about Bobby Duncan? What's been happening with him, or what's led the situation? What's going on with him right now?
You can ask. We have an official statement, I think, from the club about that. It's really, that's a situation, I would say it's really difficult because to speak about it as a not native speaker, because it's really important that each word obviously is the right one. What I can, and I'm not native obviously, and what I can say is, and Bobby is one of our young players, that we really care about our young players, really, really care. And that's pretty much all I can say, because I know that from the club, and I'm 4 years in, and I know that we are like this. So not only with the young players, with all the players in football, sometimes contract things can then be a massive problem because there are bigger problems in life, but can be a problem because one wants to extend or not extend or whatever. These situations you have constantly, which you don't even get aware of it. But that's a completely normal situation. But with all generations, with all age groups, it's always the same, and it's a normal thing. But with young players, we are especially sensitive. And all the rest, if I now say something or more about it, then it's just that would just create headlines, which is not important in that case. Nobody needs to read headlines. We have to do the right things. All the different parties, I would say, have to do the right things, and then everything will be fine. It's not about having any pregnant, any big lines from the manager. We are in the situation, and that's all I can say about it.
Anything else, Jules?
Just one more, because without creating those headlines, then privately, do you
Privately?
Have you spoken to him as manager of this football club?
It's, of course, but when is the question? So, of course I spoke to Bobby. He had a pre-season with us. So, that's it.